Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge mini pendant called the Hood. This is the 161120 low voltage cable hung pendant. Let's jump into details. So this is going to be available in two different ways. If you're on our website on the page for this, and it's a good place for you to be, look over on the right hand side of your screen and there's a pull down menu, and one is for the finish and you're going to have two to play with, but under that you're going to see two types you can order this with the round canopy or in something called rail track, and we're going to talk about those two things first, the rail track and the canopy part. But before we do that, do me a favor, scroll down a little more, and on that right hand side under those pull down menus you're going to see a link, and it's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Do me a favor, click on that, because it's going to show you a lot of good information that we'll have up on front of the screen while we talk about things. And these are the same installations instructions that are going to be in the box, so you might as well see them now, so you'll get very acquainted with the fixture. But you're going to notice on those installations instructions there's going to be two ways you can get this. So next to me here is the regular round canopy. It's 5.5 inches in diameter. It's about this thick because it has a transformer in it, because when you do low voltage, what you're doing is transforming the voltage down to a much smaller amount, and that's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box. So if you guys are putting junction boxes in your ceiling, or if they're already there and this is the way you want to go, you're going to be ordering it with this canopy next to me here. The other version is going to be using something called rail track. So rail track, the actual track and the canopies, is owned by a different corporation out in the world. I think it's Tech Lighting, might be another one. If you Google Tech Lighting, T-E-C-H, Lighting, go to their website and go look at the canopy options, and it'll say canopies and multi-port canopies. And you'll notice what they are these basically rails, or these circles that have lots of little holes in them. And the other way you can get this fixture from Hubbardton Forge is, look over on my, I guess it's your right. So over on your right, you're going to see a picture of the connector. So this connector is going to be going into those ports, those multi-ports. The one thing about that is, when you do order them in the rail track version, those canopies that you get from Tech Lighting are going to dictate, how far these are going to hang from each other, all those little details, versus if you just order the regular version and you put in your own junction boxes, then you dictate how far apart they are from each other and where they go in the room. So, but jumping back to the little connector here next to me, you'll notice that it just connects right in, and that has a way that you can trim that wire. Once you get this to be exactly the length you're looking for, you're going to be trimming the wire and there won't be any excess in there. On the other one, the one that's right here, the round one, you'll notice there's like a little piece, like a little nipple, and it's a gripper, and you use your thumb and you push it in, and that releases, it's called a strain release, and that releases the thing that's holding the cable itself, allowing you to push that in. And when you do push that cable in, when you're pushing that little piece in to allow it to go in, it starts to coil up inside of that canopy. So it's pretty cool. It also allows you down the road, if you wanted to move this, to always bring it down. You can't make it go up and down all the time. It isn't really made to do that. But during installation, that's how you put it together. So moving on from there, let's move on to what this is made out of. So this is actually made out of aluminum. Hubbardton Forge uses aluminum on some of their indoor products as well as all of their outdoor products. And because of that, you're going to be limited to two finishes. So you'll see the finishes right here next to me. There's going to be soft gold or vintage platinum. If you want to go over to our finishes help guide on our website, it's over on the left hand side of your screen. If you want to click on that, hop into that finishes help guide. You don't even need to watch the video. Just scroll down and you'll see a chart, and you'll see down below that chart, you'll see the vintage platinum and soft gold set there. Click on either of those and you'll get a bigger display of a few things in both of those finishes. So there you go. Let's talk about socket on this. This is going to be using a GY 6.35 socket that's going to be using what's called a T4 light bulb, and I'm going to have both of those up next to me here. So you'll notice that the T4 is a little tiny low voltage halogen bulb with two little prongs on it that are going to go into the socket. Very easy to use, easy to get. They do not come with a fixture, but you can get them on Amazon or 1001 Bulbs, pretty much anywhere out there. The limit on this for the that T4 bulb is going to be 50 watts, which throws quite a bit of light for a low voltage halogen. You can put this on a dimmer, which I recommend, and halogen bulbs dim beautifully and they throw a beautiful warm light, so just kind of keep that in mind too. So let's talk about the size of the fixture. Itself is 5.5 inches tall, so it's only about yay big, but it's 10 inches wide, so 10 by 10, so it's a square. It's a really beautiful fixture. It kind of floats in the room, which is pretty cool. And I think that's really about it. So that is it. So when you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to all states except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if you ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. Some big items, generally big things on pallets, do not come back. We're always going to tell you about that ahead of time. It'll be on our website. We also offer a rush program. So Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock anything. No dealer stocks anything. Everything generally takes, for the most part, not everything, but most things, 3 to 4 weeks to get out the door. We can cut that time in half, and it's very inexpensive, and it's per line item. So let's say you had 3 or 4 of these, or even 2 of these. The more you have, the less it is per piece. So it's a good idea just to check in with me if you guys need these faster. It cuts the time down, production time down to about 2 weeks. So after that, let's talk about our showroom. So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page over on the left-hand side of your screen, so give that a click for me. It's going to show you everything we have on display here. In addition to that, we have a clearance center, and the clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. Awesome deal. You have to come here to use it. And it is showroom samples, discontinued stuff, and returns. So there you go. So our showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can email us at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call when I'm here, 802-446-2400. So that kind of wraps things up. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.